Welcome to iLecture Online. Sometimes you'll get an expression, like in this case a trinomial, that doesn't really look like a perfect square, but it actually is. And again, the way we determine that is by looking at the first and the last term to see if that's written as a square of something. On the first case, on the first term, we can see that it's simply 3x minus 5 quantity squared. So yes, that is 3x minus 5 quantity squared. And on the last term, this can be written as 5 squared. So there's a good chance that this may be a perfect square. Now notice we have a negative sign in the middle. So that means that if we take negative 2 times the first term, which is 3x minus 5, times the last term here, which is 5, and again it's the square root of the first and the last term, and we multiply that together. If we get the middle term, then yes, it is a perfect square. So multiplying this is minus 10 times 3x minus 5, and you can see that yes indeed, that is the same as the middle term, so we're dealing with a perfect square. That means we use the exact same technique to factor perfect squares, which means that the quantity 3x minus 5 squared minus 10 times 3x minus 5 plus 25 can then be written or factored as the first term, or the square root of the first term, 3x minus 5. In this case, it'll be minus, because there's a minus here, the square root of that term, which is 5, quantity squared. That is then the factored form of our expression. Now it turns out we can simplify that some more. So this can be written, if we take the parentheses out of the inside the parentheses, this can be written as 3x minus 10. Quantity squared, and of course that's a simplified form of the factored form of that trinomial. So you can see that sometimes it doesn't quite look like a perfect square, but if the first term and the last term can be written as a square root or as the square of something, then if you then multiply those two terms times 2, in this case times a negative 2, and you get the middle term, then of course you know you have a perfect square, and then you use the technique of factoring it that way. And that is how it's done.